What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to a new game mode here during the War Robot Skirmish that's just started. Attackers versus defenders, or at least that's the name that I'm giving it. You see, we have 5 people versus 3. So obviously the 5 people with their higher numbers are going to once more aggressively playstyled, and the ones with only 3 people are trying to defend themselves against the overwhelming numbers of the enemy team. However, War Robots or Pixonic has given these 3 guys in the team who are defender basically, they have given them stronger robots, bulwarks, and there is a Raven hanger completely with Raven, and also I think only the defenders actually have last stand on their robots, and you know, with the bulwarks being stronger than the Fury on the opposite sides, and the opposite sides have, for example, rakers, okay? And in this match here, you see me trying to figure out how to play this. Like, this was my first time locking in, and then I was like, huh? Why is there only 3? Why is there all 5 on the enemy team? It's team deathmatch, okay? Why do I have such a weird hangar? Okay, it's Skirmish. They have come up with a really interesting idea here, and that's what we're seeing right now, guys. I'm trying to hold off the enemy attackers, although we must say one thing here: they aren't attacking very aggressively right now. They're trying to also figure out what's going on, and they're trying to do their best from whatever they are. But they're also running a couple of snipers, and you know, the Bulwark, even though the damage output is lower than the Fury doesn't stand a chance against the Bulwark because of the energy and physical shield. There's 2 reasons why the you know, Dragoons from the Fury won't really get through the Bulwark. And I'm playing with my shield here a lot, just bring it down, bring it up, bring it down, bring it up, to never really let somebody go too deep into my shield or just do some real damage to me. And you know, I'm just trying to do my difference, and I can only tell you guys, the difference we're making here in this one is absolutely insane. At the end of this match, you're gonna see the statistics of this match where we carried our 3-man team pretty hard, man. The reason we haven't been overrun is really just because of the next robot I'm jumping into. This is a Bulwark hangar, and I have got only Bulwarks at my disposal, but the next one I'm gonna pick, dudes, it's going to be insane, alright? So, with this in mind, let's look forward to the next minutes of this gameplay. While at first I'm trying to just, you know, I thought, okay, it's Canyon, so I may just pick a long-range robot. And as long as the enemy isn't pushing with all their robots, this may actually be the right choice, right? To just snipe back is probably the best thing to do, as long as these guys are also reverting to long-range combat. As soon as they decide to get close and rush, this is when we need something to stop the rush, and that's when the next robot comes in. By the way, guys, this skirmish has just started, so you have 2 or 3 days to play this if you also want to enjoy, and it's random whether you're put into the attacker team or the defending team. And also, I think from what I've gathered, the attackers have 2 different hangars that are randomly, you know, granted to you, and also the defenders have 2 different hangars. But I think the attackers do not have last stand. Anyways, now it seems to be getting a little bit more aggressive. You see now my Dragoons aren't covering it anymore. The Dragoons aren't able to defend anymore because the damage output is too low to fend off that many people coming from all different sides. I've got one guy shooting my shield there, we've got the Fury there, we have got the other Spider Raker there, there's more guys coming from the other side, and we're only 3, they are 5, so in the end they're gonna overrun this, you know, defense platform that we're just trying to, or the defenses that we have right here. And I'm trying to stop this as best as I can, but with these Dragoons that only have a relatively limited amount of damage output, this is going to be hard. So that's why the next robot comes in, and before that happens, let me just say, guys, if you like this commentary, if you like the gameplay, and if you like whatever you see here, and you want to see more of it, then please also hit subscribe on the channel if you haven't done that yet, guys. It would really help me out a lot, and I would appreciate it. So, now you see the Raker is pushing me. Now there's more and more, and there's 2 more Rakers coming from the further right. I'm being attacked by spiders everywhere, and my energy shield is now regenerating, and there's only so much I can block, right? I've already blocked a lot of damage with my built-in physical shield, and I'm always trying to deactivate the shield as soon as I notice shotguns shooting me, because shotguns bring down your shield immediately, right? So now it's starting where my physical shield fails. You see I'm taking damage now. My physical shield is now broken. All I've got left is the energy shield that is regenerating currently. I can't use it. And I'm trying to do my very best to stay alive and take as many of them with me with this low DPS or damage per minute or damage per second Dragoons. And now here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is when we start to turn the tide of this match. We're already in the lead, but what we're going to do now with this flamethrower bulwark is absolute insanity, okay? So we've gotten rid of one full Hellburner who thankfully was locked down, or he did not understand that his work was to walk at close to me. Boom, 2 guys already flattened. There comes another Hellburner right here. I immediately deactivated the shielding because he's got Halo and Thunder on it, so that's a lot of damage output, and he brings down my shield immediately when he starts firing. So yeah, I use the shield against the Raker here, blocking more damage with my built-in physical shield, getting rid of the Hellburner first because he is the bigger threat, and then getting rid of this spider. Now we have 17 to 9-9, okay? We're so hard leading, but they're pushing from every corner. You see it right now. They're literally, the floodgates are breaking and they're coming through now. They finally understood that their better course of action is not to stand back and snipe, which you would think on Canyon. When you lock into Canyon, you see, oh cool, I have a Dragoon Fury. Well, you're gonna use that Dragoon Fury, but in this case, being the team with 5 people, and look what a crazy situation I'm in here. 2 of these shotgun brawlers in front of me. I'm getting this guy first, and then I'm trying to have this guy in front of me, right? He could have gone behind me, but I walked backwards, so I have him also in front of me, so that my physical shield is going to be able to block a little bit of damage from him. Also, the energy shield is active, bringing down the physical shield again, and godlike, another one of those bad rushers down. Yeah, and like I said, choosing the sniper is actually not necessarily the best idea. Going in for a rush with 5 Hellburners and 5 Striders is probably more damaging or more fatal to the enemy team, with the defending team, than trying to use the snipers, right? Because the Bulwark is the better sniper in this case. So yeah, I've already held off so many enemies, and as I said guys, the stats in the end will show what kind of performance we have here already done on this map. The enemy is now they're not flanking. They could flank us now from different directions. The Hellburner decided that this is the right moment to engage. I activate the shield so I can't get locked down by the Halo, and get this Hellburner out of the way as well. Now, regenerating the energy shield, trying to protect my Raven friend with Tarans and Magnums. It's a strong Raven, but he can't block as much damage output as I can with the Bulwark, so I'm trying to offer myself as a target, right? To offer my shield as a target, and to occupy the enemy a little bit here, to bring my HP and my survivability into the battle. And now together with the Raven and I at the same time, we're able to flatten that Fury really fast, even though this thing was fully loaded. And now I'm in trouble. I'm in the middle of the open. This freaking cover in front of me is standing sideways, so I can't use it. It's not useful for me, this cover. It only blocks one shot. And yeah, I got flattened here. So 24 to 11, that's my last robot that I'm jumping into. And then we're gonna have a look at the attacker side. We are going to be attacker next, okay? So I chose the Avenger Bulwark now because it has 500 meters range. It has enough range to, you know, to reach the Fury, and the Redeemer version would not have done that. So here, my buddy with his Raven, he had the Raven hanger, and I had the Bulwark hanger. DJE SHS 2009, thanks for being with me, man. You are a great help. And let's see the contribution that we have done. 16 kills, and you know, interesting also that we haven't been playing completely alone, but the third guy was done really soon. Either he hasn't played all his robots, or he was just not lucky getting the kills and then he got focused. I don't know, but he was out of the match really soon, and then it was only the other Raven buddy and I who held off the horde of enemies right here, and I've done 3 million damage and 16 kills to fend off the attackers. So let's jump into the attacking side, okay? That's what we're gonna do now. We're going to be attacker, and I'm I'm gonna show you what I meant with pushing. You have to push, and if you push, if your attacking team is well coordinated and they're all doing the right thing, which is rushing the 3 lower amounts of enemies, then you should be successful. I predict that most teams who will be aggressive, most attacker teams in this skirmish who will play aggressively will win. Not maybe not everybody, because skills are still important and stakes can still make a difference, and also positioning and luck and, you know, things like that. But overall, I predict that the attackers will win most of the time, simply when the attackers are able to make a push together, right? And you see, I'm pushing here with the little Raker Spider. It's not necessarily the strongest thing on the battlefield, but I didn't want to choose the Dragoon Fury because I wanted to push. So I chose something with decent range, right? 500 meters range on this Raker. Boom! And I suppressed this guy's flame weapons right there. The Pursuer has just weapons suppressed. I also suppressed this guy's weapons for a second here, and that's why he was only able to deal relatively low amounts of damage to my friend to our left, right? I'm still able to heal myself, I've got a decent amount of health, and I can still suppress enemies, and here it is. I'm waiting with a suppression, and now I suppressed his weapons. He deals very little damage to us right now. A Dragoon Fury is helping from the back, but you see they have last stand, see that? And this is what makes it so incredibly hard to beat these dudes, because of this last stand. And I would have now won against the Raven, but the defenders are allowed to have last stand, so yeah, that makes a difference, and a big one on top of that. Here, last stand again on this Bulwark, but we're gonna get this guy. Alright, so, now, you see we're pushing, we're all pushing, even the Dragoon Fury is pushing next to me, even he is coming closer and offering his health, offering his HP into the match, and making a big difference, right? And we're aggressively pushing these 3 defenders, and they have very little chance of getting rid of so many attackers. And you see here a Hellburner is coming in, another Hellburner, a Strider, or 2 Striders, 1 Hellburner, and the Dragoon Fury even with us here in the push or in the aggressive play. And there's not much they can do about this. If you play well coordinated, and I guess that goes for most team games, even if you play Apex Legends, which I do on the second YouTube channel, yeah, even if you play there, well coordinated teams are much better off than those who just run in and play lone wolf style, right? So let's go in here and attack those guys. We are still a really capable brawler with our Strider and massive shotgun damage. Somebody locked me down, which was very unhealthy for me. I'm trying to heal back up some of the damage coming in, but oh man, last stand on this dude. I'm trying to make 1 safety dash, and I will stay still alive. So once again, we've defeated 2 of their attackers, and you see me also using the shotguns. As soon as I can, I see a shield from the Bulwark. As soon as I can, I shoot at him and bring it down, right? And now I know that this guy has flames, right? It's the Ember Bulwark, the same we have just been using. I know what this guy is capable of with this robot. So what I do here, I know I don't have enough dashes ready to get around him and really close. So what I do instead, I just, you know, stay out of his weapons range. He's got 350. I got 500 meters with these shotguns. Yes, I know it will take forever to kill him, but I will kill him nonetheless. Eventually, I'll be the one killing him in a one-on-one, because he's never going to get close enough to kill me with his 350 meters range, right? Now, however, I noticed my team is pushing, and I have done little damage, but I kept the shield low, and I also started working down his physical shield. And I think that his physical shield is probably broken now, because he's taking damage from the Raker. And yeah, we're destroying this dude now from behind. Boom! There goes this big bad boy Bulwark. If I had been attacked by so many guys before with different Striders, well, actually I had been attacked with Hellburners and Striders all over the place before. Somehow I managed to stay alive, but that was a, you know, normally if you get pushed so hard with so many of these rushers with Gust and Thunder and all these rushing weapons, there's not really much you can do about it, even with the Bulwark that has the flames. Last stand on this Bulwark, I'm trying to get him brutalized here from behind, and then focusing this dude, and he notices, look, he's literally caught. Friend, and myself also friendly, versus one guy who's literally standing in the middle of all 4 of us, right? What is he supposed to do? His weapons are even suppressed from the Raker. There's nothing this guy can do. He's just absolutely flattened, right? And uh-oh, I'm being focused by this Bulwark here, gladly taking this cover that I was offering here. And as soon as he starts to shoot somebody else, I come in and try to do as much damage as I can before maybe I die. I'm not sure. Am I going to die? Boom. Bye-bye, dude. This is so much damage output, and you know how much I love the Strider anyways. And now you take a look at the upper position on the team, 15-9. We have won this pretty easily, and I think most of that was really because my team was pushing with me. We were really well coordinated, even though we were only playing 4 people, by the way. It was 4 versus 3. It wasn't 5, because this guy exited the battle after a few seconds, and he hasn't played all his robots. He hasn't given the enemy team anything to shoot at. He has just left the game. So it was actually only 4 versus 3, and with that being said, the 3 enemies are actually they are made so that they're more powerful with their hangar. But still, with great team play here on my team here, we were able to turn it around and win it, and that is exactly what you need to do. And I think that's a nice word at the end here, that team play, teamwork makes the dream work, right? Isn't it so? Also in War Robots, ladies and gentlemen, let's leave it like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe, as brutal as a man can hit, for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome as always. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye bye.